Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. My name is Alex, and I'm here today to talk to you about Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is a game that revolves around Titans, these big mechanical robots that you see in front of you, and their pilots. In this video, I'm going to go over how to play one of my favorite Titans, and his name is Scorch. Scorch is a flame-based Titan that does very well in close quarters. Today, I'm going to go over a few of his different moves, and what each move does specifically. Next, I'm going to go over his playstyle and how to do well with him, and lastly, I'm going to go over some general tips and tricks for Titanfall as a whole. To start the weapons section, I'm going to go over Scorch's grenade launcher. After the grenade lands, it leaves a ball of burning thermite that can leave lasting damage to enemies. It's effective against both Titans as well as human opponents. Next up, we have the incendiary trap. These traps release a large amount of flammable gas that continues to expand until ignited. When ignited, this gas turns entire areas into just flame. Next up is the thermal shield, one of my favorite abilities of Scorch. With this shield, you can not only damage your enemies, but also defend against any oncoming projectiles. As you can see here, the thermal shield decimates enemies' health, leaving them with almost nothing, and leaving you with an easy KO if you can get close enough to your enemy. And for Scorch's last offensive ability, we have Firewall. Scorch will punch the ground, releasing a wall of flames that extend directly in front of him for a long way. It's a great intimidation weapon and scares a lot of other Titans. Last but not least, we have Scorch's core ability, Flame Core. Scorch double punches the ground, releasing a wall of fire that decimates anything in its path. This is a great finishing move and can KO Titans with ease. Now we're going to talk about how to play Scorch, starting with his playstyle. Scorch is an up-front, close quarters Titan. He does a lot of damage and has a lot of things at his disposal, but all of them work much better, and you'll have much better control over them in tight areas. I often play the game type Last Titan Standing, which pits a team of 5 Titans against another 5. In this clip you'll see here, you start the match with 5 of your Titans and run to the middle to meet your opponent. I start off with a lot of distance between me and the other Titans, and as you can tell, I'm having some difficulty doing any damage to them. That is, until I get a Titan trapped into the corner, and I'm able to do damage and eventually melee them to death. The best way for you to think of Scorch's playstyle is area of denial. Scorch is able to have his flames cover a very wide range, and thus you can prevent your enemy from coming into this area very well. As you can see in this clip, I spent a lot of time preventing my enemies and keeping them at the bottom of the hill while I stayed at the top. Players have to choose between waiting the flames out and sitting helpless, or crossing the flames and doing a massive amount of damage to their own Titan. This creates a really nice situation where really, you can't lose. The added benefit to the up-close playstyle that Scorch has is executions. Executions are what you're seeing right now, and that is where a Titan is doomed or on its last legs health-wise, and you melee it. This then performs a special animation which makes you invincible for the duration of this animation. This is extremely helpful during fights because it allows you to take a breather and evaluate the situation while still killing enemies. Now I'm going to talk to you about how you should customize Scorch if you want to be an effective player with him. So first off, this is the main menu where you can customize Scorch and all your other Titans. You can see what Scorch looks like, spin him around, and whatnot. So starting off is the Titan kit. These are a number of different kits that every Titan has access to. For Scorch, it is almost a necessity that you use the turbo engine. This allows Scorch to quickly cover the distance between him and another Titan, and allow him to use his thermal shield quickly to take down enemies. Without this equipped, Scorch becomes a slow-moving oaf that is very hard to manage and use effectively. Next up is the Scorch kit, which is unique to Scorch. For this kit, I recommend using Inferno Shield. Inferno Shield doubles the damage and time you can use your thermal shield out. This makes you almost unstoppable, as you can block twice as many projectiles and do twice as many damage with one of your most powerful weapons. This is a must if you want to use Scorch effectively. Last but not least, we have the Titanfall kit, which just changes how your Titan spawns. I recommend the Dome Shield, as this allows your Titan to be invulnerable for a number of seconds, giving you time to get to him without him quickly dying. Staying in your Titan is one of the most important things you can do. As you can see in this situation, I'm being attacked by 3 different Titans, and yet I stay in the entire time, use my special, and only then do I eject, which ends up getting me 2 kills as I killed 2 different Titans. Only after using everything at my disposal do I run away. Your Flame Shield is without a doubt the most versatile weapon you have in your arsenal. You can use it to deal massive amounts of damage while shielding yourself completely. This is a must and you need to take advantage of it at all times. As you can see in this clip, I meet up with a full health Titan, and by the time I'm done with his Flame Shield, he has lost almost all of his health. And the last trick is that you should try and trap Titans between your flames and your Flame Shield. This leaves the enemy Titan with nowhere to go, and they're stuck being roasted alive by your flames. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on how to use Scorch, and get out there, play some Titanfall, and have fun.